make it sweet, nice and simple. Just wanted to make sure that everyone here is educated on some latest and greatest from EMC. And today I want to talk about our VxRail appliance that we just recently released and is flying off the shelves. And sometimes we tend to sell it before we can even ship it. So that's how much people are loving this product. So the whole process, or the whole thought process for today is, instead of building your own, why not have it pre-built? I think in IT today, a lot of the customers we're talking about, they stop the days of trying to piecemeal things together, and they go, look, this is what my requirements are, this is what I want, can you just put everything together for me so that I don't have to think about it, right? I don't have to be worried, does A work with B, does B work with C, right? So let's put everything together for you and make it a lot more simple for you. What we're trying to do at EMC is give you a wide variety of options, right? So for those of you that are familiar with EMC, a lot of people used to always go, EMC just sells a bunch of boxes and they sell them and they walk away and that's about it. But we're much more than that, right? We want to be more involved in your business, help you achieve the next steps. So we give you a lot of different solutions, all the way from hybrid cloud, enterprise hybrid clouds to native hybrid clouds, to business data lakes, right? And how do we deliver that? In numerous ways. We could do blocks, we could do traditional architecture, we could do VRAC for those of you that are like solution providers, and then obviously VxRail, right? Why, when I keep saying blocks, racks, and appliances, what am I talking about? So a lot of times people get a little confused with EMC because we have a wide variety of different technologies in our portfolio. So when we talk about blocks, we're talking about traditional architecture, right? The SAN, some blades, right? And some networking all kind of blended in one. Racks is your bare metal servers wrapped in some software-defined storage software. And you can put any type of platform you guys would like, VMware, Hyper-V, Red Hat, anything that we will customize for you guys. And then our appliances, VxRail is a strategically just VMware piece of hardware. It's literally, if you were just told VMware and said, hey, snap all the software you got, wrap it in a nice bow and put it in a small box, that's what VxRail is. So no Hyper-V, no other platforms, just on VMware. That's what I'll be talking about a little bit more. This is what we're talking about here. There are quite a few players now in the market for HyperConvergence. What does HyperConvergence stand for? We're just basically saying, if I take your compute and I take your storage and I wrap it into one, why not? So we got plenty of customers, especially in multimedia, that are running their own bare metal servers, right? They're saying, look, I don't need all this big boy stuff, I don't need all that. I got a server, I'll put whatever software I need on that, I'll put a bunch of nodes together, and this will serve up whatever I need for my video editing, etc., right? So we wanted to take that same mentality and be like, all right, we listen to you guys, that's what you guys want to do. We'll do a bare metal server for you, and actually we'll do 4. So one appliance is 4 nodes, 4 servers slapped together. We're going to put VMware on top of that, and we're going to use VMware's vSAN technology as far as the software-defined storage portion of it. Put it all together, and then that's what we get here, a software-defined HyperConvergence appliance. And why are we doing that? Obviously to reduce complexity, cost, and risk. So when we go to all these IT shops that only have, probably 2-3 guys manage their entire infrastructure, they don't have enough time to really dedicate to projects to help move their business forward. So that's what the whole point of HyperConvergence is. Easier to manage. If I just have a VMware admin, I don't really need a storage guy, etc., right, to help me manage. I just need a guy that knows VMware inside out. So the biggest question we get is, all right, so you're telling me about this appliance, but what can I put on this? And that's what this slide is for, right? So we can handle anywhere from VDI type deployments to traditional server workloads to databases for your remote offices. So a wide variety of use cases. I'm almost compelled to say anything you have, you can put on this. But if you have highly transactional, very low latency type workloads, I would not recommend this, but for everything else, this should not be a concern. This is how it's built out. We have an all-flash appliance and we have a hybrid appliance. So literally, all we're asking is just kind of tell me how many cores do you have currently in your compute environment, how much memory do you have per server. I'll basically match it, how much storage are you looking for. So the numbers you see here are per node. So I would take this number and multiply by 4, basically, is what you're getting in one appliance. So the initial purchase would be a 4-node single appliance. After that, if you want to scale out just by a single node, you could do that, but just the first purchase you make would be 4 nodes in one. 4-node, 2U appliance, completely VMware based. However, being EMC, we did want to add some additional value. So instead of somebody saying, well, why can't I just take a bare metal server, put VMware vSAN myself, and then call it a day, right? So what we're doing is we're adding some of our popular EMC software on top of all of this. So I'll start with replication. So anybody that's familiar with EMC, our #1 replication software is RecoverPoint. So this is going to come with RecoverPoint for VMs. So if you guys want to do any type of replication, failover, VR strategies, this will come built in with all that software at no additional charge. In regards to backup, VMware offers what they call BDP, VMware Data Protection. That's basically Avamar under the covers. Avamar is an EMC backup software product. So you'll get that as well. Cloud's always the buzzword, right? 2 years ago, last year, this year. So what we offer is free software built into VxRail that if you want to tier certain data off to the cloud, we'll do that automatically for you. By default, it comes with 10 terabytes worth of data. We will tier to the cloud. Anything in addition to that would be an additional charge. Okay, so even if your VxRail only comes with, let's say, 13 terabytes usable, if you use this strategically, you can actually gain another 10 terabytes by tiering that out to the cloud. It'll have local cache, so it'll cache your data in case for anything that's really used, right, quite often. Otherwise, it'll pull your data back from the cloud. And then finally, the market. So just like you have your iPhone App Store, you got, Android Play Store, we're going to have our own market store. So as we get feedback from people like you guys, hey, this feature would be great, this feature would be great, rather than waiting for a software release, you could actually go down the market and almost just download it like an app, and it'll get implemented on your VxRail appliance. So you can kind of mix and match and add your own data features or data sets on your own and not have to, always take what we push. So with that, I'll take, I guess we could try to take any questions, otherwise I'll be around. If you guys have anything, I'd like to point out my rep, James O'Neill, if you could raise your hand. Not everybody has to turn around, but he's your sales guy. So if anything that has to do with pricing and whatnot, and if you want to hear additional fluff, you're the sales guy. If you want to have any technical conversations, I'd be more than happy. So thank you guys for your attention. I appreciate it.